Check this out. Teen escapes after allegedly being held hostage for a week by a man in Big Bear.
Near Big Bear is accused of kidnapping and raping a teenage girl. Investigators say he held her against her will for days before she was finally able to get away and call for help.
KCON News reporter Michelle Geely has the disturbing details.
Who are you?
Tell me about the girl
Who are you?
held here. No one wanted to comment at the suspect's home in Big Bear. It's where San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies say a 26-year-old held a teenager for nearly a week, allegedly forcing her to drink large amounts of alcohol and sexually assaulting her. A neighbor told me he'd seen the suspect with a girl across the street.
And then I saw him here with a young girl a few days ago, and that's the last time I really saw him.
And what did you see?
I just saw him and her go into the side of the house, and they're through the side.
And how did she appear to be?
She looked young, small, hair was scraggly. She looked a mess.
A sheriff's spokesperson says the suspect kidnapped the teenager after picking her up March 1st near Big Bear Lake and then refused to let her out of the car when they got to her home. She was taken to his house, according to officials, where he asked her for sex. She refused and was then kept in the house, where deputies say she was forced to have sex with him in exchange for her freedom. 6 days later, according to sheriff's deputies, the teen had a chance to escape. According to a witness, she was in the suspect's car at his job at Jack in the Box in Big Bear Village, and she ran across the street for help.
She walked in and said that she was kidnapped.
Tori, who didn't want to give us her last name, tells me that she hid the frightened girl in the back room of her store until deputies got to her.
She didn't share much. She was extremely just frazzled. Like she wasn't talking too much. She wasn't sharing too much. But it is winter up in Big Bear, and she wasn't like adequately clothed, so you could kind of tell that something was off. So she wasn't sharing too much. She was pretty quiet. She just said, like, I was kidnapped.
The suspect was taken by officers as he came by the store looking for the teen. He was held in the Big Bear jail on suspicion of kidnapping, false imprisonment, and statutory rape, but has since bailed out of jail. In Big Bear, Michelle Geely.